My favorite food? Oh, fried chicken, by far. Hamilton has the best fried chicken I have ever eaten in my life. I never really ate any crazy food. If I ever ate crazy food, it was definitely came from a guy who claimed to cook the best ribs on the planet, and we got to his house and they were covered in beard hair and like covered in a dirty towel on his tabletop in a dark, stinky, smoky trailer. That was probably the weirdest thing I ever ate, but I doubt that happens to most people. A lot of missionaries have eaten squirrel though. I never got to eat squirrel. I really wished I could have though. Every day was a spiritual experience, I think. And part of that was because a huge emphasis in my mission was to look for the miracles every single day. And when you get going, you can really find lots of things to make your day better. You know, even if you're having the worst day of your life on your mission, if you look for the little things, like the little miracles that God sends you, it can really change your entire attitude, change your entire day, and change your entire mission. And I feel like there were lots of like big spiritual experiences, like, you know, baptisms, you know, having that investigator that you watched the sisters work with that you found 7 months earlier, you know, finally get baptized, or the family that you had been working with, you know, teaching their 8-year-old son, you know, preparing him to get baptized, you know, watching that finally happen, and bumping into the right person at the right time and just making their day. You know, there were so many things that, you know, that called for celebration because you knew that God was looking out for you and that he was looking out for these people, and it just showed you how much he loved all of his children, not just you and not just the work and not just the members, but how much he loves every one of his children. And that was a huge spiritual highlight for me every single day. Every day of my mission, I can say was the best day of my mission, probably. I developed a vagal response on my mission, and that's my body's natural reaction to stress and like severe stress. And it turns out I passed out. So one time we were at the Twig, and someone died at the end of sacrament meeting. He went into a seizure on the floor, and luckily a member of the bishopric was there who knew CPR and knew how to take care of him. But he was laying on the floor and they were trying to calm him down, and I was fanning his face with a book, and all of a sudden he lost a pulse and he stopped breathing and his face turned blue and his lips turned blue, and I kind of sat there like, I shouldn't be here. I'm gonna go sit down. And so I went and sat next to my companion, and while they were doing CPR, I passed out on my companion, and the member of the stake presidency that was there had to set me on the floor with my feet propped up. So when the ambulance came, one of the senior missionaries mentioned, or commented rather, that, well, they probably thought we were having a Pentecostal revival or something here with 2 people on the floor after meetings. And so there were 2 other times that I passed out, but they were mostly from weird medical stories that kind of grossed me out, or people dying on the floor. Man, how I changed on my mission. That's probably best to ask other people about how I changed on my mission. But actually just the other day, I was hanging out with a longtime friend, my best friend ever since 3rd grade. We had both served missions, and she had gotten back a couple months before me. And we were just kind of sitting and talking about some life experiences and stuff. And she looked at me and she's like, you know, Alice, your mission really smoothed out all your rough edges. Like, you were not that you weren't like a good person to be around or anything before, like you were great, but like you just are much, and it's not like you weren't chill either. You're a very chill person, but you're just much more smoothed out and much more well-rounded in your opinions and everything. And I can definitely tell that you learned a lot on your mission about that, and that, you know, your mission completely changed you. And it's the same for, you know, all of my friends that served missions, or all of my friends that have gone through a huge life experience, like getting married. Even my friends that got married and didn't go on a mission, like the people that are moving forward in your life are the ones that you will recognize the change in, for better or for worse. And I've seen that, you know, with my friends that have gone on missions, with other missionaries in my mission, and with, you know, my high school friends. Some of them haven't changed, And that's the saddest thing in the world to me, because I want them to be where I am or better than me, but, they didn't do anything to improve themselves in that year and a half that I was gone. And to come home and to see, even family members and friends that hadn't changed, that was really hard for me to watch. And it's taken a lot of adjusting for me to be able to figure out how to help them move forward and how to encourage them instead of, tell them what they're doing wrong and things like that. Just to try to be uplifting and help everyone along that path, because that's our job, is to help everyone along the path of discipleship. And it doesn't matter at what point you're at on that path. What matters is that we're moving forward. And helping people move forward has been one of the things that I've learned since being home, that will never go away. It's something that I hope to keep doing the rest of my life.